Hey, what is going on, guys? So today we're going to be taking a look here at the HG Build Divers R Gundam Seltsam. It's a pretty weird name for a pretty weird design. I really like the uniqueness of this design, though, how it has the asymmetrical big giant red arm on there. If you guys don't know, or if you can't tell from just the Gundam's design, it's actually based off of the Gundam Mk-III, which we don't have an HGC version of that. We do have the RE100 version, of course, but hopefully maybe sometime in the future this will be made into an actual just regular Gundam Mk-III. But in the meantime, I'm really looking forward to building this kit just because not only the arm and everything, just the design looks really cool, the weapon, I like that big lance that it has as well. Just looking forward to it because my limited experience so far with the fairly limited Re-Rise line of kits so far, basically just the Earth 3 Gundam and the V2 Gundam, both of which I liked quite a bit, and so I'm expecting to like this one quite a bit as well. So as for the box art here, it does look really cool. It's obviously prominently featuring the giant red arm that it has. I have not yet watched the series at all, so I don't know what the story is behind the arm, if there's some story behind that. I assume there probably is something in the anime. If you guys want to fill me in the comments, that'd be great. But hey, we're just here for the model kit anyway, so let's get into it. As always, guys, a big thank you to SA Gundam Store for their support. Do check the link to their site down below. You can save 10% off everything there at USA Gundam Store using the coupon code ZakuAurelius10 down there in the video description. So over here on the side of the box, this is just number 009 in the line so far. And down here on the bottom of the box, we can basically see a recreation of the box art there just using the kit, and it does look pretty cool. You can see that safety flag there on the V-fin. That's definitely got to go straight away. And then the extension of the arm, how it folds out like that for an extra long grip. Not sure how articulated those fingers are going to be, but hopefully enough so that you can kind of change it up a little bit, but I'm not sure. Based on all these images, it looks like it's kind of just fixed how it is. Even holding on to the lance there, it doesn't really look like it's really gripping it so much there, so we'll see about that. But anyway, there is just kind of standing there. The legs really remind me of the legs of the Cascade Gundam, actually, and I guess the chest, I don't know, well, the legs at least really remind me of the Cascade. So it's got the shield binder here and folding dest launcher. I guess that's supposed to be a mix of destroy and launcher, and then the lance there is called the hyper dest lance, so again I guess it's a mix of destroy and lance, I'd imagine. Over here, just talking about how you can customize this with some of the Injustice weapons, which I do also have, and I will be reviewing that probably just immediately after this, I'd imagine. So we'll take a look at those weapons parts there in the near future. Won't be taking a look at the Justice Knight Gundam, by the way, if you guys are waiting for that. I don't plan on reviewing that kit. Over here on the other side of the box, though, just a standing pose there, front and back. You can see what the kit looks like, totally painted. I'm sure some of you guys are probably going to want to know if you can, if you bought two of this kit, if you could make two of the giant red arms, or make two of just the regular arms in the same kit. Before even unboxing the kit, I would assume that you probably can, but we'll find out. I'll let you guys know in the review for sure, but I'd imagine that won't be an issue to do that if you want. The list price for this kit is the 2,200 yen, which doesn't seem too bad. As you can see, it's a pretty good size HG box, and I think it's going to be a pretty good sized kit, so good amount of plastic in here. 2,200 yen, not too bad for a totally new, fairly good sized high grade kit here. Not an HGUC kit, but it almost kind of might as well be, essentially. But here we go. Take a look at the instruction manual. Alright, so we just have the box art there once again at the top, at the bottom down here, an illustration of the Gundam as well as an illustration of the Masked Man. I guess this is going to be our Char clone for the series, so you can pause the video if you want to read there about the Gundam and the Masked Man. Then on here, just about masks in general there, I guess. Alright, going around to the back, we've got some information about the Seltsam arm, over here about the Hyper Dest Lance, and then down here about the shield binder and a folding dest launcher. So again, if you're interested in reading any of this text there about the material Gunpla, the Seltsam arm, the Hyper Dest Lance, or the shield binder, you can check out all of that. Down there we do also have the color guide there in Japanese and in English. If we open it up, here we do have some color inside the manual, which is going to cover basically the later parts of the construction. If we go in here to the front inside page, we have our parts list. Looks like we're going to have a couple of leftover parts on some of the runners that are doubled up, but that is pretty much it. We're going to be using pretty much everything on here. And it'll be interesting to see if any of the runners will be labeled just Gundam Mk-III. So we'll have to check that out here in a moment, but the construction looks like pretty standard. Body, head, and arms, and legs, and waist there at the end. And our color pages are just covering the weapons, and it looks like the thumbs are going to be movable on that giant hand, but that is going to be it. Like they're maybe just able to rotate, maybe on ball joints, but that, it looks like it's going to be about it for the hand there. And it looks like we are also getting the inclusion of this connector piece for connecting these parts onto any other different kit that also uses the same type backpack connection there. So swapping out the backpacks and stuff, looks like you should be able to do that with this kit. But let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so first up here is the foil sticker sheet, and it's very minimal. As you can see, it's just for the eyes and a couple of cameras there, and that is it. So very nice to see that on an HD kit. For polycaps, we've got our standard PC002 polycap runner here in gray. For A1 here, looking very nice in the 3 colors there. The darker blue over on the sides, it's like a really dark navy, and then that really nice red throughout the center. Just the finish of these parts looks really, really nice. And this runner is marked HG 144 scale Gundam Seltsam, of course. These are new parts that are specifically for this Gundam, of course. These aren't going to be anything that can be used for the Gundam Mk-III. These are some of the more exaggerated parts that are added onto the Mk-III's design for this kit. As same thing here for runner A2, with all the same colors, but with the addition of a couple of yellow parts down there at the bottom, which are also looking very nice. Runner B1 here is in this really nice light purple color. This one as well, just looking really good. We have a bunch of parts there for the armor and everything. This one also just marked for the Seltsam. We do also have runner B2, which is a copy of this corner of the runner up there. Runner C here in dark gray for a bunch of our joint parts and things like that. As you can see on here, the mechanical parts, hand parts, and here's where it gets interesting, because here, this runner is specifically marked for the HGUC Gundam Mk-III, so that is promising. And we do also have a runner C2, which is a copy of this portion of the runner up there. Runner D in this kind of maroon burgundy color here. This is another runner that's marked for the Mk-III, so that is looking really cool. We've got 2 of this runner. And then runner E1 is in this dark navy blue here, and also runner E2 for this half of the runner over there. And that's it for all of the runners. So alright, that is exciting. I now have pretty high hopes about someday possibly getting an HG UC Gundam Mk-III, but I don't know, if I remember correctly, I think the HG Build Divers Momo Kapul kit also had runners that were marked simply for just the regular Kapul, but we're still yet to see the regular HGUC Kapul. So just because we've got a couple of Mk-III runners in here, I wouldn't hold your breath on seeing an HGUC Gundam Mk-III out anytime soon. It just means that Bandai has at least some of the parts planned out, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have the entire kit planned out, or that they're going to be releasing the entire kit anytime soon. But if you are one of the people who really wanted an HGC Gundam Mk-III, at least look on the bright side, there's some hope, which is better than no hope. So that's it for the unboxing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or comments, leave those down below. Otherwise, stay tuned. I will be doing a live stream build of this, so make sure you're following me on my different social media so you can be updated for when I'm going to be kicking off the live stream if you're interested in watching that. Of course, you can always watch it later as well because they're just saved here on YouTube. And again, thank you to USA Gundam Store for their support. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.